Hello, yogi friends. My name is Amy, and welcome to yoga. Today's class will focus on stability through the hips and working on poses such as Warrior Two and things to increase our mobility in our hip area. So to begin, let's start in a comfortable seat. And if you have a blanket to sit up on, feel free to add that for a little bit of height. And let's just begin. Start to settle into your body. Soften through your gaze or close your eyes down completely. We'll begin just by bringing in some awareness to the breath. Notice the quality of your breath. And take a breath in through your nose and let it go. Take 2 more rounds of breath. Begin to kind of become more present here in this space on your mat. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, softly open the eyes. Draw your shoulders up towards your ears and roll them back and down. Inhale. Draw the shoulders up towards your ears, soften them down the back. One more. Inhale and release. Exhale. Let it go. Taking it the other direction. So inhale, bring the shoulders up, forward and down. And 2 more. Inhale, up, forward and down. Release it down. Bring your hands gently on your lap. You can place your palms down towards the legs. And draw your right ear over to your right shoulder. And pause and breathe. Take a full cycle of breath. And then bring it back up to center. Take left ear to left shoulder. Pause, hold, and breathe. And draw your head back to center. Then tuck your chin down towards your chest. Roll your right ear to the right shoulder. And then come back to center, chin to chest, left ear, left shoulder. And do a couple more. So just come back to center and over to one side. Take your time here and feel into any areas of stiffness or tightness that you might have in the neck and the upper shoulder blade area. Draw it back into center. Come back. Go ahead and lift up through the crown of your head. Sit up nice and tall. As you inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling and the sky. And see here if you have some mobility in the neck and shoulders. If it doesn't feel too tight in here, start to draw the hands, palms together. And interlace the palms and press the arms up. So press your palms up towards the ceiling. Take a nice stretch here. And nice side and the waist reaching and stretching. Take another breath. As you release the hands, take the right hand over to the left knee and the left hand behind. Take a simple seated twist. Inhale, think to lengthen on your inhale. And as you exhale, start to twist and rotate over. Looking, maybe your head follows and you start to look over your left shoulder. Take one more breath. And let's bring it back up to center. Take the arms out, around, and up, reaching up here. Either staying here with your arms and hands separate, Option, interlace the fingers once again and press the palms up towards the ceiling. Take a cycle of breath. On your next exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee and your right hand behind. Inhale and lengthen through your spine. Exhale, rotate to twist. Take another breath. Bring it back up to center. Let's come onto our hands and to our knees now. So come into a tabletop pose. Move your props out of the way if you have them. I'm going to come and turn sideways here. So come onto your hands and knees. Slide your hands so your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are hip distance apart underneath the hips. On your inhale, start to bring the chest forward and bring the head up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then tuck it in, so round the back. Take the chin in towards the chest. So we'll do a few rounds here of cat-cow. Inhale, come to your cow, let the belly drop. Press evenly through the palms of your hands. Bring your heart forward. Exhale, round it up. Tuck the tailbone. Breathe out. And keep linking your breath with your movements. Inhale to your cow and exhale and round it up. And do one more round. Good. Now come back to your tabletop. If you have blocks or any kind of height, like books, you can have them on either side of your mat. Bring your left foot forward. Let's come into low lunge or Anjaneyasana. You can have your hands on your blocks, start to bring your hips forward slightly. Getting a little stretch here in our hip flexors of this right leg. So just come any amount forward. And then shift your hips back, straighten the front leg, come into half split. Bring the chest forward. Take a cycle of breath. And we'll do one more. Come forward. Anjaneyasana. And then shifting it back. Chest comes forward, straight spine. Gaze forward. And this next time you come forward, stay forward. Neutral hips here. So hug in through the midline of your legs. Reach your arms up as you inhale. Exhale, bring the arms down behind your back. And if you have a strap or a belt, you can also use that. Otherwise, clasp the hands, lift up through the heart and the chest. Open up. Release the hands. Inhale, reach your arms back up. Take a cycle of breath. Exhale, take the hands down to your blocks and change sides. So bring your right foot forward and start to bring the pelvis forward, coming into your low lunge. Inhale to come forward. And as you exhale, start to straighten the right leg, flexing the toes towards you here. Bring the hips down. Hamstring stretch. Let's do that again. Come forward, inhale. And exhale. Flex the foot. Straighten the leg. Shift the hips back. Take another breath. And come forward. Come onto your knees. Take your knees mat distance apart, so take your hands back down to the mat and bring your knees wide. Big toes to touch. Begin to sink your hips down towards your heels and walk your arms out in front of you. Let's take child's pose. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Continue to stretch your arms out in front of you. Take a couple cycles of breath here. Soften through the shoulders and the face, the jaw. And as you exhale, allow your hips to sink down towards your heels. Just let everything go here. Take another breath in and out. Take your arms about shoulder height width apart. Spread your fingers wide and press down through the palms of your hands. Roll your forearms towards one another as you come up onto your knees. Tuck your toes. Keep pressing through the palms of your hands. Lift up your knees and start to bring your hips up towards the ceiling and the sky. So come into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. We can have bent knees here. So with that, continue to lengthen through your spine. So elongating through the spine. And slowly start to bend one leg and the other. So walking the dog, straightening and bending. Continue to press evenly through the palms of your hands. And then the legs start to come to straight. Pressing the heels down towards the mat. Take a breath in and out. On your next inhale, look towards the front of your mat. Start to walk your feet forward. Come into a forward fold. So nice soft knees here. Let the belly hang down onto the thighs, pressing against the thighs. Taking a hold of opposite elbows, rocking back and forth. Changing the cross of your arms. Let your head just shake it out here. Let any tension go. One more breath. Release the arms. Press down evenly through the soles of your feet. And then let's rise up. Come into a mountain pose. Bring your arms out, around, and up. High mountain. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, bring the arms down to your sides, to mountain pose and Tadasana. Come back to the front part of your mat. We'll come into Sun Salutations, Surya Namaskar A. So come to Tadasana. Take your feet hip width apart. Press down to the soles of your feet. And draw your inner thighs back and down and your glutes down towards your heels. Lift up through your chest and your heart. Take a breath in, reach the arms up towards the sky. Inhale, big breath in. Exhale, take a forward fold, Uttanasana. Head comes down. As you inhale halfway, Ardha Uttanasana, bring your chest forward. Release it down, take your hands to the mat, step back, and come onto your knees for a moment. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. And bend the elbows, come into Chaturanga. Take the belly onto the mat. Keep your hands where they're at. Place the backs of your feet on the mat as you inhale, lift up through the chest. Come into Baby Cobra. Bhujangasana. As you exhale, come down, tuck the toes, press onto your knees, and shift your hips up and back. Let's find downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Press evenly to the palms of your hands. Allow your forearms to turn in towards one another. Stabilize through your shoulders here. Keep lifting, firming through the belly, lifting the hips up. Take one more breath. On your next exhale, start to walk your feet towards the front of your mat. Come into your forward fold Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale, chest comes forward. Release it down, exhale, take your hands down, head down, press down evenly to the soles of your feet. As you inhale, reach your arms out, around and up. Come into high mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. A little faster this time, inhale, chest forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands down, step back with the other leg this time. Stay up or come onto your knees to modify, shift forward, shoulders over wrists, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Backs of the feet on the mat. Let's find Bhujangasana. Inhale, chest lift. Exhale, tuck the toes, press up and back, down dog. Use Ujjayi Pranayama, that slight constriction over the vocal cords as you breathe out. One more breath. And on your next exhale, look towards the front of your mat, walk your feet forward. Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale to rise, high mountain. Let's do one more round. And exhale, forward fold, moving with the breath. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. High plank, shift forward, chaturanga, bend the elbows, come down. Inhale, lift the chest, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes, press up and back, down dog. 3 breaths. Firm through your belly. Lift your hips. Lengthen, elongate the spine. One more breath. On your next exhale, walk it forward. Forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale, chest forward. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Press through the feet firmly, rise up, root to rise. Inhale. Exhale, take your hands alongside your body. Let's step out to the side. We'll come lengthwise onto our mats. And turn your foot out to the side. So external rotation of the hip, the knee, the foot, all the way to the side here. Separate your legs probably about 3 to 4 feet apart. Line your front heel with the back arch of the foot. Begin to bend into that front knee 90 degrees. Press firmly down through the feet. Extend your arms out to the side. Let's find Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Hold here and breathe. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and your gaze can start to look out towards your fingertips of your right hand, or whichever fingertip is the one that's reaching with the knee bent. One more breath. Bring your forearm to your thigh and start to reach your arm up. So forearm down to the bent knee, thigh, or reach that right arm up. We'll find lateral angle. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Begin to, if you're stable, begin to bring your arm over your ear. And we'll start to look underneath the armpit. Take another breath. Re-straighten that leg, come back. Let's come back to Tadasana just for a moment. Re-stabilize the body, come to the center of your mat. And then let's step it out wide again. So other side, whatever side you didn't do the first time, let's repeat that on the other side. For me, it's my left side. So we'll bring the left foot out, or right foot. Okay. And then again, think of really drawing this bent leg glute down. So external rotation of the pelvis or the hip and the knee. Press back through the back leg. Keep that nice and firm. Reach your arms out. Hold here and breathe. Line that front heel to the arch of the back foot. Draw the shoulder blades down. Look out towards your fingertips. Keep pressing down through your feet. Nice firm foundation in your warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. One more breath. All right, now take your forearm down to your thigh and reach the other arm up towards the ceiling or the sky. And maybe the arm starts to come over the head and the gaze looks underneath the armpit. Again, keep pressing back to that back heel. Really engage through the legs here. Nice, strong, firm foundation. One more breath. Let's come back up and re-straighten your legs and just walk your feet back towards one another. And we'll come into mountain pose. All right, let's come back to the front part of our mat. Inhale, reach your arms up, take high mountain. On your exhale, take a forward fold, Uttanasana. Bring your head down, plant your hands, step your feet back, and we'll find high plank. So spread your fingers wide to really find the palms of your hands here. Draw your shoulders and your chest forward slightly. Press back through your heels and firm through your belly here. Lift up your upper thighs. And let's hold and breathe. Begin to count it down here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently bring your knees down. Press yourself into a child's pose. Sink your hips down towards your heels. Forehead to the mat. And just rest and breathe. Okay, let's all start to rise up back to our knees and the hands. And let's shift it around. We'll come onto our backs. Come all the way down onto your mat. And your back there is on the mat for the back of your head. Lift up your right leg, cross it over your left. Let's find Reclin Pigeon. So we can stay here, stretching through this outer hip. Option is to lift up the leg and grab back behind your leg. You rock side to side. Roll out the ankles, flex and point the toes. Okay, come on down. So we'll switch sides. So take both the soles of your feet on the mat. Cross your left leg over your right. Recline pigeon, either staying here. An option is to lift up the leg and make a little basket with your hands. Interlace your fingers, the back of your leg, and start to stretch it or start to pull it towards you. And it might feel kind of nice to roll out the ankles, flexing and pointing the toes. Another cycle of breath. And let's bring the leg back down. Hug your knees in towards your chest, either grabbing behind your thighs, or you can take a hold of the shins. Come into wind pose. Keeping a hold of your right knee in towards your chest. Just straighten and lengthen your left leg down. Take a little twist, so supine spinal twist. Bring your right arm out to a T. Take the left hand on the outer side of your right leg and knee and begin to cross it over to the left. Option here is to draw your right ear to your right shoulder and maybe start to look out towards your right fingertips. Reconnect with your breath. And gently begin to bring it back up to center. Bring both knees back in. Give yourself a little hug and a squeeze. We'll repeat that on the other side. Straighten your right leg all the way down to the mat. Continue to hug your left knee in. Bring your left arm out to a T to the side. And just begin to bring the left leg over to the right. And use your hand to guide it over. Once again, you can begin to look out towards your left fingers, drawing your ear towards your shoulder. Twisting, little detoxification of the internal organs, any kind of twisting poses. Really nice for that. All right, let's bring it back up to center. Inhale, come up. Draw your knees into your chest, hug them in. Let's take happy baby. You can take your hands to your ankles or shins. You can even take your arms and hands behind your legs as well. Any variation here is great. Just begin to sink the knees down towards the armpits. Maybe take your fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Take a hold of the soles of your feet with your hands. Lots of choices. Just do what feels best for your body right now. Another cycle of breath. And let's draw the knees back into the chest, hug it in. And bring the soles of your feet down to the mat. We'll come into a Savasana to end our practice. So just take the legs long out to the side. Bring your hands and your arms alongside your body. Once you arrive, take a nice deep breath in and exhale it out. Begin to notice the natural rhythm and pace of your breath. Maybe allow the eyes to close here or just have a nice soft gaze. Relax through the face, the jaw, unclench the teeth. Soften through the shoulders, the torso, the hips. Allow your leg bones to become heavy all the way down to your calves, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Allow your palms to face up, to open up through the chest and the heart a little bit here. Giving yourself some time to take your practice in. Gentle withdrawal of the senses, pratyahara. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Move your physical body, wiggling out the fingers, the toes, wrists, and ankles. You're going to reach your arms up overhead, take a nice long body stretch. Maybe sigh or yawn it out. Let it go. Bend through the knees. And again, hug your knees into your chest. And roll over to your right side. Staying here in fetal pose. Give yourself a moment more here of nourishment, self-love, compassion for yourself. And let's go ahead and press our way back up to a comfortable seat. You can use your hand. And let's come back to our cross-legged Sukhasana as we begin our practice today. Once you arrive, take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Draw your hands together at Anjali Mudra, prayer position at the heart, pressing your palms in towards one another. Bow your head to your heart center. And give yourself a moment of gratitude and acknowledgement for being here and showing up on the mat in your practice. And to end practice, I would like to chant one round of Om. And if you'd like to join me, it would be lovely. So just take a breath in and out, and then we'll inhale to chant. And gently blink our eyes open. Thank you all so much for joining my class. It's always an honor and a privilege to share this beautiful lineage of yoga. So I appreciate that very much for you being here. Namaste.